Like this.
We, me and you both are good leaders, good leaders. And I know we spoke earlier. When we spoke earlier, I told you God don't make no mistakes because we go back decades. This is almost 3 decades, two decades, almost 2 decades. Yeah, about two and a half decades, almost a quarter. Um, and you remember the conversations from PE, and I don't necessarily remember the conversation from PE, but I remember as you tell me.
3 decades for sure.
Right, 3 decades, right? And so, and we brought them back here, and now I remember back in 2012 when I was going to work, you used to tell me, man, Case, man, quit working for them folks, man. Come do the workouts and train. It wasn't my time for that. You know what I mean? Because we all got our paths. We can head to the same direction,
Absolutely. But the message was still clear.
Right. Yeah, definitely. But again, that goes, we get where we're gonna get when it's our time to get there. And I say that because I watch your videos a lot when you be training, and I feel proud. Like, yo, that's my folks out there. He doing real good. You know what I'm saying? When I seen you with the boxes of food giving away, I was like, yo, that's my folks right there, man. He doing something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already be. This is affirmations.
Yeah,
this is affirmations, right? Power of the tongue. You got to make sure you speak these positive affirmations out there every day. Every day, I always tell everybody I'm preparing for my TED Talk.
Yeah.
I'm preparing for my TED Talk. My real goal, my real passion is to be a motivational speaker, to give as much information and game to you as I can before my days is gone. I want to make sure I leave something for this world, to take and say, Case gave this. And before I started my trucking company, I was in the process of buying a franchising old folks, not an old folks home, but like a nursing out care center where you go help the old people and things like that. But I ended up buying a truck and I ended up starting my e-commerce business. And when I bought the truck took up a lot more of my time, but the truck paid me real good. I don't know. I don't know if anybody ever heard this saying: "Opportunity comes in chaos. Out of chaos comes opportunity." So sometimes things get bobbled up, and it seems like everything is going bad for you, and you got to look for the positives. What you like to say, Pete? You list the bads and the goods and focus on the goods. Opportunity comes out of chaos, right? And so sometimes things is slow. And y'all know how the world is going right now. It's jacked up out here. People ain't spending as much as they used to. Inflation high. You can't buy eggs and milk. And I went to the store the other day, and a gallon of lemonade was $5 for a gallon of lemonade, and a gallon of milk is $3.18. I'm paying $5 for Kool-Aid, but that's another thing. But out of that, I say that to say it's affirmations, because all I keep speaking to people, I'm speaking because I want to be a motivational speaker. I am a motivational speaker. I tell my sister I'm trying. My sister will say immediately, "Stop saying that word trying, because you ain't trying, you doing." My son said to me, "Dad, you is a motivational speaker." The power of the tongue. And I keep on saying, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. This is my passion. This is my drive. This is what I want. This is who I'm. This is what God sent me here for. I don't want to drive trucks. This is what God sent me here for. God said to me, "I'm going to slow this truck down for a minute because I need you to focus on something else." I signed up for the TED Talk. I said, "Hey, can I come on the TED Talk?" They said, "Hey, you need to pay this money." I said, "Damn, I thought it was free." God said, God said, "That ain't for me right now. You got to learn to crawl before you walk, baby." I started doing some little helping service where I would go help old people. They need help. And I seen one guy, and this guy, he said he needed help taking out some trash, Pete. He said, "Hey man, I just need help taking out a couple trash bags." And when I got there, dude was a damn hoarder. His whole house was full of trash. He said it's like 10 or 12 bags, bro. It was like 100 bags of trash. Nasty. And I said, yo, what happened? I don't even want to get into the story, but it was filthy. I never went back after that, even though I called them. We're laughing, P. It ain't funny. Shit was nasty, bro. I said, is a mouse gonna jump out on me? He said, nah, I don't think so. He said, I'm just, he told me some bullshit. He was like, I'm in here spraying for the flies. Shit, maggots and all kind of down. Pete, don't make me talk about that shit, man. That shit was nasty. But I never went back. He called me too. You coming? Hell no. But I tried to help him right there. But I felt good. Listen, I didn't go help him back because that shit was nasty. But I felt good because when I was there, I was talking to him and I
Yeah.
knew he was going through some depression. Right.
Yeah.
And I felt good talking to him. Fast forward, again, I keep on speaking and I'm trying to get my TED talk. Out of nowhere, I don't be talking to you that much. I shoot, I'm man, proud of you, man. I see you doing your book, man. Out of nowhere, hey, man, we need to get back on these podcasts, man. Let's run it, bro. Let's run it, bro. Bro, we done did a few of these shows, bro, and I got nothing but positive feedback about how good me and you are doing on this, and they love what we saying because we giving them a different message. Not one of them. I don't expect nobody to come back and say nothing bad, but just when you hear it, man, he gives good game, man, or you give good game, man. They like when you do just little
Yeah.
shit, just a little, that little shit, because
Make you want to
it
keep
tells
doing
me, yeah, it tells me God got a plan for me, just like he got a plan for you. And I'm saying that to say, be careful with your tongue, people.
it.
We use words, and you know, when we was younger, they didn't want to use the spiritual meaning of it. But what we have to do, spelling tests. We have to spell words. The words you spelling, you casting this into the word. So be careful with the words that you're using to come out your mouth. And I know I use a lot of profanity, but I try to speak a lot of positivity,
Yeah.
a lot of positive affirmations, because guess what? I say I'm gonna be a motivational speaker. I feel I'm a motivational speaker. And right here, every time y'all click on this channel, y'all hear me giving you motivation. Hello.
Indeed. Indeed. So as you was talking, I wrote that down. I wrote down, I want to
You
be a
know we can't see that.
motivational speaker. It don't matter, it's there. Yeah.
You
I
gave me
want
this.
to be I want to be a motivational speaker. And I put we already are. And then you end up saying it. And yeah, my mom, there's a few things that my mom taught me that she drilled in my head. It's a couple things. And one of the things that my mom drilled in my head is try is a lie. You don't try shit.
You do.
You don't try nothing. There ain't no such thing as try. And so what I always, as I got older, that was always drilled in my head. But so I got to put things into best practices. So what I talked about in my book, based on what was taught to me at a young age, you don't try, right? You try some new food, you try on some clothes, that's okay to try. But a better word that people can put into action, because people will say, well, it ain't nothing wrong with it. They get stuck on the word try and try alone. And really, try is something that people use when they want to appease somebody who is not doing. That's often associated with failure. The word try is often associated with failure. They'll say, well, at least you tried, and that's all that matters, which means they didn't succeed, someone else did. Like if they were in that race that you was talking about, they tried to win the race, but they didn't. Flash did,
I
right?
knew you was gonna come back to it, nigga. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And so try is often associated, whether people want to admit it or not, and they want to get hung up on the word try. Try is often associated with failure. It just is. At least you tried, and they're trying to appease someone's emotions or their lack of ability to achieve and really put the work in. So, and I talk about this in my book in detail, but long story short, what I put into practice and I coach people to do, try out and put strive until you succeed. Strive with your absolute greatest effort until you succeed. There is no I tried. There's only striving with your absolute greatest effort and confidence until you succeed. So, because I know, and my mom, I thank my mom for teaching me that, but in order to teach the masses, you have to be able to get best practices and things that people can relate to. So we're going to, moving forward, say, I will strive with my absolute greatest effort until I achieve. And we're talking about any worthwhile goal. If it's not a worthwhile goal, you shouldn't be trying it or striving for it. It's some bullshit. It's a waste of time. But it is if a worthwhile goal, then it deserves your absolute greatest effort. And we're not going to try for that. We're going to strive until we achieve. That means to continuously fight vigorously, until you achieve the goal. You're going to continue to fight vigorously until you achieve the goal. That is more than trying. Fighting vigorously is striving, which is more than trying. So there's levels to this shit. Like a person can be appreciative, right? And they can show their appreciation in different ways. There's different levels to it. You know what I mean? So don't get caught up in words alone, but the actions that dictate you getting to your successful state that you want to get to, not just the words alone. Fuck debating the word. What do the actions require? What do those actions lead to? And try is often associated with failure.
P out here giving y'all some game, man. Listen, man. What did 40 say? Y'all see how I always go back to 40 because 40 been dropping game since the nigga was in it. What 40 say, man? I don't need no iron. I'm already creased. I don't need no money. I got mouthpiece. Yeah. Like, man, listen, man.
And if you understand that, you got some game about yourself anyway.